Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to MYC Uncensored. Or if you're new here, welcome. This is Satini, and today I'm joined by.
I'm Phungma.
Hello, welcome, Phungma. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. She's a little nervous because it's her first time, but she'll be right. So, what are we going to be talking about today?
Today we're gonna talk about loving yourself,
Yeah.
like how to love yourself, and
Mhm.
I'm gonna share about my some of my experience.
Mhm. Yeah.
How start loving myself, and also I'm gonna talk about my one of my favorite brand
Mhm.
is like K-pop band,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna also talk like how I became a fan of them
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
how they impact in my life.
Yeah, no. So I'm really excited. I hope you guys enjoyed this little episode today. So as we said, we'll be kind of talking about loving yourself, self-love and all that stuff, which is something that's really hard.
Mm-hmm.
But something I think that all of us need to
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
And through having that self-love and I guess admiration for yourself can lead to, I don't know, just a more positive and better
Mm-hmm.
life. Yeah.
Yep.
So, what's self love to you, I guess?
For me, self love is like loving yourself. Like even though you have like a lot of imperfections,
Mm-hmm.
you might not be perfect, but still you love your both like imperfection and your perfection.
Mm-hmm.
And you like appreciate yourself. And yeah, like also to
Yeah, no, exactly what you
yeah.
said. And involves, I mean, it's written here, but involves being understanding for your mistakes, understanding in your losses, and being able to effectively communicate with yourself about life without harshly judging or punishing yourself. And like just that description in itself, I think sometimes we can be our worst enemy, right?
Yeah.
Or our worst critic.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's bad.
Mm, yeah, because
It's okay.
oh, how to
Yeah.
say like even like talking about me, how start I start my self
Yeah.
love is like back in like 2019
Mhm.
at the end of COVID, like I did my graduation and then I got a job,
Mhm.
but due to the COVID phase, I had to like leave my job because my parents were like forcing me not to work, because I was working in a hospital, so it was pretty hard,
Yeah.
like I might be infected or that will be hard for my parents as well.
Mhm.
So, and like that phase was really hard for me in my life because as a graduate student, you had a job and you left everything and you're sitting in a home,
Yeah. Yeah.
you have nothing to do. So then I just scroll YouTube and I got to know about like BTS.
Mhm.
At first, how it started, like I just like saw one of the video where I know about their names and
Mm.
everything. And at first they look similar, everybody looks similar. They had the same face. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I just want to know their name. And
Yeah.
that's how everything started. And
Mhm.
and I search about their journey, since 2013 to till that date. And it was pretty like they did a lot of struggle, and
Yeah.
which is why I think like, oh, not only the one, who is having problem, who is struggling,
Yeah.
like everybody in the whole world struggles, and that's how I like slowly learning about them, like how to do self-love, how to like
Mhm.
prioritize yourself,
Yeah.
like even though like I was a good kid back then, so like now, I have a good marks certificate in my
Yeah.
room, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not working, I'm
Yeah.
jobless.
Mhm.
I'm at home, and that's how everything start. And then yeah, that motivate me like to like, why not try abroad, why not to go,
Mm.
maybe I can go and earn some money or had a good graduation and a good uni.
Mhm.
And that's how I came here. And then it's still like BTS is a part of my life. I
Yeah.
really love their music, I love them. And the most I love about them is like their love yourself one, the
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Which is good you mentioned that. Just quickly, if you don't know who BTS is, they are a seven-member band from South Korea. And then in 2017 to 2018, they had a Love Yourself self era, which there was a lot of new fans, which they call armies. Like a lot of armies, I think during that time especially, were very interested in them
Oh,
because
yeah.
not every artist or singers talk about self love and make that like a major
Yeah, yeah.
theme in their music. So yeah, they during that period they released three different albums in their Love Yourself series. So Love Yourself Her, Love Yourself Tear, and Love Yourself Answer. And so then this era focused on themes of self love, self acceptance, complexities of relationships, and then yeah, that's reflected in their music and visuals. And also something interesting I think will be cool for while we're on these topics that they also got to speak at UNICEF.
Yeah, that was really
Yeah,
good.
so there was I love your love myself campaign, and that yeah, they spoke about aspiring to stop violence against children and teens worldwide. So I can definitely see why,
Mm-hmm.
finding them definitely helped you.
Yeah, it helped me a lot.
Mhm.
And like still like after moving here,
Mm.
like not only like BTS, like I know they helped me a lot in my life. Like, if they didn't came in my life, then I won't be here. Like,
Yeah.
I was motivated a lot. And then after coming here, like I had a job. I never did this kind of job like before
Mm.
back home,
Yeah.
and I had to like live with like an unknown person. I had a uni, I had a assessment, so many things. And then I kind of like not a like I kind of got like a anxiety a lot, like getting anxiety attacks, when I was
Yeah.
walking, when I was in my work. And I try to like now it's like I cannot be like this. I'm not the person before
Yeah.
when I was. So I need to like help myself. Like I need to
Yeah.
love myself. I need
Yeah.
to think about me. Like I was like, okay, now I need to prioritize me. So I know I have a study, I know I have a job, I know everything, but like the first thing is like I need to love me. And I
Yeah.
find that's how I start like cope with my
Mm.
those anxiety
Yeah.
attacks and anxiety things.
Mm.
And I feel like everybody says like self-love, love yourself. They was like, oh, love yourself, everybody
Yeah.
have a self-love.
Yeah.
But the thing is like how the main thing for me is how to love myself,
Yeah.
how to start.
Yeah.
And how I start is like I at first when I was in uni, like what I used to think, oh, I might not be like as good as other my friends, because
Mm.
I cannot speak when my teacher is asking me something in class,
Yeah.
even though I know the answer,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I
Yeah. Yeah.
couldn't speak. So I was like, because I feel like my English is not that good, or my answer is not that good.
Mm.
And then at a point I feel like, no, I should speak. I should not feel like that. I should
Yeah.
not compare myself with other. And like now I don't compare myself with anyone, so that
Mm.
helped me a lot
Yeah.
by not comparing myself with anyone else. Like everyone has their own, like what's we call like perfection. Like
Yeah.
everybody is good in something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
we should all like appreciate our own self, and like that's how I feel. And then the other thing is like just to enjoy your company, like enjoy what you're doing. Like I like listening music, so
Yeah.
enjoy your type of music, or maybe like watch any shows or any
Yeah.
Korean dramas, or
Yeah.
maybe a movies or
Yeah.
series,
Yeah.
whatever, Netflix. Have popcorn, just watch alone, stay home. Or I might like you might also like what I did. I used to go solo camp, like solo travel
Oh
alone.
wow,
Yeah,
nice.
I went to like Kogi,
Yeah.
Kozi or Kogi. It's a bit tough. Koji. I went there to see the sunrise.
Yeah.
That was my best sunrise ever. It was really good. That's how I start to like prioritizing myself,
Yeah.
having like solo date.
Wow, that's so
Yeah.
good.
And I also start like reading books,
Yeah.
and that's yeah, reading. Yeah, and I got some books. Like I'm into novels now, so yeah, that's how I'm helping myself to like love myself.
No, that's really good and it's good because one of the first steps, like you said, is to acknowledge that maybe, yeah, you shouldn't be feeling these negative thoughts, right? And that it's hard, that whole comparison thing as well, because whether
Yeah.
you it's not like we were taught to compare ourselves, but it's
Yeah.
just something that whether people mean to do it or not,
Yeah.
whether it was from your like your parents or aunties, grandparents, whoever around you, it's just like a normal thing to do, which is really bad and
Yeah.
has a like negative impact on people mentally and stuff. But I think recognizing how you feel, how you are feeling is probably the first step and the best step to take, and because then when you acknowledge how you feel, then you reflect on everything around you, like, oh,
Yeah.
is my environment making me feel I don't know, sluggish and lazy and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what a lot of people don't realize, that when you are depressed or anxious and stuff, and your area around you, like your bedroom or something,
Yeah.
usually it's always very messy and
Yeah.
stuff,
It's messy
and
and
you're not
stuff.
actually going outside and
Mm-hmm.
experiencing the
Yeah.
world or whatever is out there. Like just
Yeah.
even fresh air, right,
Yeah.
can change, can I don't know, make a light bulb in your
Yeah.
head switch on and be like, you know, these
Yeah, like
things feel
that
good.
happens. That used to happen to me as well. Like I don't like to like do anything. Like
Mm,
I just used to see you to go to work, and then I used to come back and I used to study, do some assessment,
mm,
and my clothes are everywhere. Things
yeah,
that, whatever I eat, I put everywhere like that. That
yeah,
used to be me, but like
mm,
yeah, like I think people has to think like like I know I need to come out, even the fresh air like you
mm,
talk about, like I need to like even though you come outside, you took a fresh air, you like, okay, I want to start something. You can
mm,
just slowly, not a
yeah,
rush, but you can start everything slowly,
mm,
like developing, like, oh, okay, I want to make a plan, maybe like,
yeah,
no, I want to do this, I want
mm-hmm,
to do that, and slowly you can adapt the thing,
yeah,
and that
yeah,
will
yeah.
help you better.
No,
It's really
absolutely.
good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it's not going to change over time.
Yep.
You know, you're not going to wake up one day and be like, oh, yeah, I love myself.
Yeah,
And then you'll be
no,
like, yeah, I
no.
love myself. And it can
Yeah.
take years and years and years for you to actually truly realize your self worth
Mm-hmm.
and really acknowledge that, yeah, you know, maybe I do deserve to be loved and to love myself.
Yeah.
And then something I always say on the podcast whenever we talk about like accepting
Mm-hmm.
ourselves and stuff
Yeah.
is trying to get the perspective of other people. So if you have supportive people around you,
Yeah.
supportive and positive, then if they love you enough, they might tell you, hey, like, you know, I see that you're feeling down. Do you want to
Mm-hmm.
talk about it?
Yeah.
Or you're not the same as you were before. I think it's really important in that way. If other people can see it, then
Yeah.
maybe taking that into consideration and thinking, oh, yeah, maybe I need to change something. Or just even thinking of it in, like if you have, who do you admire? Your mom?
Yeah, my
Yeah.
mom. Yeah.
So, um, through thinking through your mom, and your mom
Yeah.
probably sees you as like her beautiful daughter, you know,
Yeah.
smart, very kind, loving, all that
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And then
Yeah.
it's like, how come I can't see myself like that?
Yeah.
So if others see me like that and I see them like that,
Yeah.
like, what's so bad about me seeing myself like that?
Yeah. We should like
Mm.
feel like we should look at ourselves, like in a good way, maybe. Yeah, every because it's hard. Like a
Yeah, for
teenage
sure.
phase is hard for everybody,
Mm.
because like as it is, like if our mom and dad are with us, then it's a
Mm.
different thing, because
Yeah.
if a sudden change in us, they
Mm-hmm.
will always like, what happened to you, what happened to you,
Yeah.
but when you are not with them, it's a bit hard for
Oh,
us.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but yeah, we have to, for me it's like, just appreciate yourself, nothing
Mm.
will happen, everybody has their good and bad side,
Yeah,
it's
that's true.
okay.
That's true.
That's life.
Yeah. And also, forgiving yourself, which is a huge one for many.
Yeah.
It's very normal, or it becomes like consistent that a lot of us focus on the bad things that we've done or the
Yeah.
negative things that have
Mm-hmm.
happened to us. But I think it's very, very important to realize that um, even if some really bad things happen to you, it's not your fault.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't have to go on with your life with this huge baggage on your shoulders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think like we should like for me is like what I do is whatever in past,
Mm.
just leave behind, we
Mm.
should move ahead, because
Yeah.
it already happened. That was not our fault. Like, might be our fault, but we sometimes we don't know what's happening, the
Yeah, yeah.
circumstances. So
Uh-huh.
it's like it can be by mistake. We can make mistake, but we
Mm.
need to forgive ourselves,
Yeah.
and we need to like, okay, it's done. So I can't do anything. I
Mm.
can't go to the past. So now let's do better.
Yeah.
From now on, not make a mistake. What I did
Absolutely.
before.
Yeah.
That's what
Oh,
I think.
100%. Well
Mm-hmm.
said.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I think like, yeah, if I guess this self-hatred that you have for yourself is so strong,
Yeah.
then it's very important, and I hope that you find it within yourself to go get that help. There's professional help out there. There's like us at the youth center. There's counselors out there. Even at the GP, if you're in Australia, you can go to your doctor, do a mental health assessment or something, and then they have I think it's like 10 sessions that's for free,
Mm-hmm.
where you can go see a counselor. So there's options like that, online options where you
Yeah,
can
and
speak.
it's really confidential, so
Yeah.
nobody's gonna know, when
Mm.
we share our feelings to
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
So, and because there is that stigma, where people's like, oh, if you go asking for help about your mental health or something,
Mm-hmm.
it's like negative, but
Yeah,
it
yeah.
really isn't.
Isn't, yeah.
Yeah, and you just got to think about doing it for yourself,
Yeah.
because you came to the world by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You're an individual, that like you're unique yourself, and then just, yeah, I don't know. It's all, there's so many things that we could sit here and
Yeah.
say and be like, oh yeah, journal, or I don't know, listen to music and stuff, which is all really good,
Yeah.
but it,
Well, everybody needs to find, there maybe everybody has a different kind of
yeah.
coping mechanism. Like,
Mm-mm-mm.
I think, yeah, it's hard to find, but at
Yeah.
least you can try, you
Yeah,
can try doing things,
yeah.
and if that doesn't work, then okay, I'll do next thing,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That might helpful,
No,
maybe.
for sure.
Yeah.
And like how you said, and I think this might be relevant to a lot of the young people listening, but like how you kind of seeked your, or you kind of started your journey kind of with the
Mm-hmm.
help of BTS.
Yes. Yeah.
And then, so I think even if it is an artist, or just someone that you appreciate and
Yeah.
admire,
Yeah.
if you have to kind of kind of use them
Mm-hmm.
as
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
as like a tool to
That's
like
what
love
like
yourself.
BTS
That,
Namjoon. Oh,
yeah, that,
Namjoon always
yeah,
says,
that's,
use
yeah.
we use
Yeah,
us.
he always says that.
Yeah.
Use me to love yourself and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, that's what I thought of.
Yeah.
I was like, is she gonna pick up on this?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
but that's the thing. Like, even and they always say, well, I guess, well, for like, I'm referring to BTS,
Uh-huh.
but
Yeah.
it can apply to everyone else. But they said when you find them is when you most need it,
Mm-hmm.
and then usually you drift away from them, and that
Uh-huh.
means that their job's already done.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's why I saw like comments of a lot of like ex-armies.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
They were saying, "Oh, I lost my magic shop.
Yeah.
Like everything's done
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
I wanna go back to my era." And I was like, "Okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
They did an impact on you, and you're okay now. You're healed now.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
yeah,
So no, that's beautiful. So I hope you listeners out there, I know it's not easy,
mm-hmm.
and if it was easy, we'd all be loving ourselves to the
Yeah.
fullest extent. But reality is, it's not easy. But as long as you try,
yeah,
and
you should try.
and find something, just that one little thing, and if you have to, find people to support you
Yeah,
in this journey, because you shouldn't have to do it alone.
yeah. I want to say the same thing, like, because I feel, I was once a girl who was like, who didn't appreciate myself, and like, yeah, I figured it out myself, because I actually saying like I didn't know about the helplines, because
Yeah.
I was, I'm a new like international student, so it's like really hard for me as well. But like, what I did is like I prioritize myself,
Mm-hmm.
and I always like, okay, I will start doing with the small things, and I
Mm-hmm.
start to appreciate my every small success, like,
Mm.
and then that's how I slowly like develop myself. Like I was like, okay, let's do like this, and then that's how I may manage my time.
Mm-hmm.
I like what I do is like I read books, I
Mm.
sometimes listen music, I see
Yeah.
my series, or I go outside. I know like my friends are busy as well, like
Mm-hmm.
here nobody has a time. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, we can go by ourselves as well. I can just go and buy coffee and
Yeah.
enjoy
Yeah.
myself,
Mm-hmm.
think about something. That's how maybe I feel like I wish other people does the same, like, and
Yeah.
helpful for them.
Mm.
Yeah.
No. Well.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Thank you for sharing. I
Uh,
hope the listeners do, you know, find
mhm.
find the end.
Yeah, I hope
Yeah.
they've.
Reach that
Yeah.
point on in their life. Where there's a lot
Yeah.
of self love and acceptance for themselves, and
Yeah.
that whoever needs to hear this, I hope that you forgive yourself for whatever has happened, whatever is done is done, but just moving forward, just think about what you deserve, and that is the
Yeah.
best, the
All
absolute
right.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
no, thank you, Phungma, for joining me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Satini, for giving me chance to share my some thoughts,
No, all
about
good.
that.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
this is a really good episode, and I'm sure many people are gonna enjoy it. So
I hope
yes,
so. Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Um, yeah, like always, guys, if you have any other questions, suggestions, or topics, you can send it to us through the link in the description, which is Retro Spring. And then if you want to keep up with our socials and stuff, everything else is in the link. So we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.